This race is why I love sim racing. Alright, let's set the scene. Production car challenge at Summit Point Raceway. We are in the GR86 and there's a few MX-5 on the track with us. There's 2 other cars available, but no one is driving them. Right from the start, we're facing some pressure. Blue car wants a piece of me. He gets a clean overtake done in T1 while there's a few car that goes flying off track. No time to ponder. We've got some pressure from car behind. Enters our main character. This black and yellow Moza livery. We don't know it yet, but he will play a crucial role in this race. For now, we attack and complete our overtake by the next turn. At the moment, our main priority is to stay safe. We have to keep reminding ourselves that the race is just starting. We have cold tires and we just want to survive the carnage of the first lap. Get the car to temperature so we can finish up the race. Alright, we resume the action in lap number 4. For the 2 previous laps, lap 2 and 3, we've been able to keep our nose clean so far. However, black and yellow in my rearview mirror, he's been studying us and he's been plotting. Approaching T1, he decides that it's time to make his move. Last minute, he dives in on my inside. Catch a glimpse of what he's doing, so I decide to move out of the way to avoid any crash. He got us made and he will be able to make a clean pass. Not a happy camper to say the least. I am fuming and I want that position back right away. However, it's not the right time and place. So I lift off the throttle, let him pass. There's plenty of time to study him and catch him back. We just have to stay close, study him a bit, and be ready when he makes some mistakes. I think he knows we're up to it because approaching the next turn, he does something unusual. Usually you take that turn wide, but he hurries up and closes the door. Well, nicely played, buddy. But you know what? If it's not now, it will be soon enough. I'm in your head, so I got your number, buddy. Don't worry, I'll get back to you. In this chicane, I noticed that I'm a little bit faster than him. I'm closing the gap as we go. I take a quick mental note of this because I think that will be important for the rest of the race. Alright, last corner of the track. Let's see what we can do. I take a more conservative approach, so I lift off a little bit. But somehow, I still carry more speed than he did. And he's about to move to a defensive position, so I catch him off guard. I go on the outside, getting 2 wheels on the grass. Risky maneuver, but I'm willing to risk it. Who would have thought my risky maneuver work? New test is coming right up at T1. Will I be able to make that move sticks? He dives in on the inside, but outbrake himself. He's going wide, and I'm able to squeeze right back in. What a great bit of racing so far. I am enjoying it, and seems like him and we're matching in our strength. We fast forward to the end of lap 5. We about to start lap 6. Seems like this time he had a way better exit in the last turn than I did, so he's going to be able to catch up to us. He's going to try to make a move on the inside, but last minute I decide to pull one out too. So I make a sudden move to let him know that I will defend. This maneuver worked, so I am going to be able to keep my position for now. Alright, let's fast forward to the end of the lap. He's been able to keep up with me, and he's actually going to gain a little bit on me, but seems like I have a little bit more speed, so we're going to keep that in mind because we know that he likes to dives in. So as we are approaching T1, I am well aware that he may try to dives in, so I'm going to take a defensive position. But oh shit, what's that? There's a car park on the apex of T1. I'm going to dodge into the inside. He's going to go for the outside, and that unfortunate turn of event going to put us neck to neck as we are approaching the left-hander. So he's going to have the advantage in that next turn. Actually, even before we reach that turn, he already passed me. So we're gonna let him slide, but that does not mean that the pressure is over. We do have a new player. That black Mazda is brown nosing us right away, so we're now stuck in a weird position trying to catch up to that yellow car right in front while not letting the black Mazda catching up to us. We do not want that. We already lost the position, but we're gonna try our best to keep our composure and keep pushing so we can strike back and gain our position. I know he's got to be a little bit afraid. I am closing the gap. I am putting some pressure right on his rear end as we are approaching that last turn of the lap. I am going to be able to keep some speed, but he did decent for himself. So at that point, we are just trying to push and see what we can do. So as we are in that last straight, I'm going to take some pressure on him and I'm going to move on the inside. Thanks to the draft, I am going to be able to carry a little bit more speed than he is. The only question is, will I be able to make that move stick? Yet again, I am going to be able to make another pass on him and not let him through. So we are fighting tooth and nail at this point just for that position. What a great bit of racing, what a great bit of fighting that we do have. At this point, I am able to create a little bit of space between him and I, and we are going to be able to do so. But as I said that, right away, he's going to strike back. He's going to dive in for a position. I see him do it again, so I am going to have to move away to avoid an accident. And this is the second time in this race that he's pulling that move on me. What a phenomenal bit of racing. I gotta say that I do enjoy the fight. I do enjoy that we are trading blow left, right, and center. But I have to admit, I don't think we're done. This thing is just heating up. So I'm gonna go and do a risky maneuver into his inside, even though he took a defensive position just to apply some pressure. But you know what? Right back, this thing gonna blows in my face because that Mazda is coming right up into my inside. He was able to carry a little bit more speed, so he's gonna go for a pass. I do not appreciate that, but it comes with the territory. I have lived, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I have learned that lesson. But wait, there is more. There's this black and red Toyota right up my bumper. I have to deal with him in top of dealing with the frustration that in the last couple of laps, I have lost 2 more positions. Let's jump ahead to the end of that same lap. I have been able to keep up with our 2 main characters. I still have them into my sight, and I want to do something about it. Last turn of the lap, I am able to take a decent turn. The black Mazda in front of me was able to take a decent turn as well, so he's going to be able to make a move. He's moving in on the inside. I am holding back and taking a look to see what is going to happen. I am expecting carnage, but both drivers are actually decent drivers, so they're going to respect each other and they will make that turn properly. Now they are head to head, and seems like the black Mazda has to hold back, so yellow was actually able to defend that position. I am holding on and I am watching as the action unfolds in front of me, and keep in mind I am still worried about that black and red Toyota right in my bumper. So we're gonna try to make amend. We're gonna try to take this turn as properly as possible. It's a challenge. Everybody's fighting tooth and nail and the adrenaline is pumping. Let's jump ahead and resume the action a full lap later. We are again in the last turn of the track. This time I have a way better exit, so does black Mazda, and we are gonna go ahead and challenge that yellow Toyota right up front. So black Mazda go in the inside line. He's going to be able to make a pass. I am also going to be able to make a pass. Black Mazda had his move made, so he's going to take back his racing line, and I am going to be going on the inside. As I am trying to squeeze on the inside, the yellow Toyota doesn't give me enough space. He's pushing me onto the side. I'm holding onto my steering wheel for dear life, and unfortunately, since he kept up this speed, that's going to result into an unfortunate pit maneuver, losing him for the rest of the race. Unfortunately, I have to say I did not see that one coming. I mean, we were respectful throughout the entire race. Everybody was giving everybody else's end of space. That is such a shame. I also have to say that I reached out to him to apologize for the incident, and we actually shared the responsibility. He apologized too, so great racing on his part. Let's take a look back at the replay. I mean, as you can see, we both take that turn properly, but unfortunately he tried to squeeze me in. I had no place to go. My wheels were already on the grass. Alright, so moving on, we are resuming the action back 3 laps later, and we were expecting and we were trying to catch up to the protagonist up front, until the black Mazda made a mistake. So he slid off. He managed to keep his car on track, but that was enough for us to catch back. As we are going up to this straight, something bizarre will happen. I mean, he moves into the inside line for the defense, which makes total sense, but then he slowed down for absolutely no reason, letting me and that white and red Mazda pass. That's a freebie, we'll take it. Now, that white and red Toyota is gonna be up my butt for a few more laps until he couldn't follow anymore. He's gonna end up going off track on that tricky left-hander. Now, I'm not gonna bother you for the rest of the race since it was pretty basic. Black Mazda was trying to put on some pressure on me, trying to pass. I did not let him. I was faster than he was in some section of the track, and he was faster than I was in some other section, applying some pressure. But all in all, after all that being said, we managed to secure a P7. So all of that fighting, all of that emotion was only for P7. I have to say that I truly enjoy that race. Races like these is why I am sim racing, and this is why I'm obsessed with it. If you made it so far, this is one of my video. This is what I got to offer. So if that strike a chord to you, please leave a like. Maybe you subscribe so you can follow my iRacing career. With that being said, I thank you very much for watching. I wish you have a great day and some happy racing and some great racing into your favorite sim. JY out.